Let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to another installment of Outside the Ring. It's Survivor Series week, guys. I, the one, the only, Jason, alongside the one, the only, Stone Cold Troy Austin.
Yup. I'm running out of Austin sayings to say when he does that.
Give me another bear, what?
What?
Our stat guy and Twitter guy. Oh yeah, he was busy last night on Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Wes
Funkman.
Burden.
How y'all doing?
All right. So it is Survivor Series week. It was a big Raw on Monday. It was supposed to be a big Raw on Monday.
Raw got rocked.
Raw got rocked. Raw got, yeah, it got rocked.
Yeah.
Raw got screwed was more like it.
Survivor Series is this Sunday. We're going to go over the card as what we know. And we have a few announcements. But let's first get our Mick Foley cheap plugs out of the way. And he actually does cheap pops, but we guess we do cheap plugs.
Touch there. Mick Foley, cheap pop. We come in with his music.
Mick Foley. Hey, we got to do what we got to do. Shout out to Mick Foley in Jersey. I think that's where he's from, somewhere out in Jersey.
I think so.
No, New York somewhere. Okay, so...
Isn't he from Long Island?
Yeah, he is, actually.
Yeah, Long Island. Shout out to our dude Rich.
Richie
Rich, that's right, as Troy mentioned last week. Richie Rich. He made us our beautiful looking turkey there, as you see on the page. Yeah. I think he did a pretty good job. Looks pretty cool. So that's for our Thanksgiving couple episodes here that we'll do. Probably just this one, because I think next episode we'll get to that. But I think the next episode
next episode will be the week of Thanksgiving. Then after that,
it'll be kind of over. Yeah.
Then we'll see if he can get us a Christmas.
He is working on that.
He is working on a Christmas
I talked to him this afternoon, so he is working on a Christmas one. Also, you can follow us on Twitter. And outside, there's a Twitter mention.
Oh, God. More Twitter.
We need
more
that.
Twitter. No.
Outside the Ring with the #1. Follow us on there. You'll know when all of our episodes are out and breaking news. Like if, I'm out playing basketball and I sprain my ankle, we might post something like, hey, no show this week. Jason's in the hospital. Shout out to our Facebook followers on our Facebook likers, I guess. They're not really followers.
Likers.
Yeah. We have like 20 now, something like that.
Yeah, I think we're at 20 on the nose.
Outside, just type in Outside the Ring, you'll see our logo, and that's probably us. And then YouTube, Troy.
It better be us, because somebody's stealing our logo. That ain't right.
That's not cool. Our Outside the Ring YouTube page, same thing, Troy. Outside the Ring.
Outside the Ring 1, just like on Twitter.
And we have an email.
We have one email.
Congratulations. Big ups.
Woo! One email that I can't remember for the life of me. I'm sorry. Whoever sent me the email.
Big shout out to that guy.
I think his name was Mark. I'm not going to... And I think he was our UK subscriber.
Oh.
I think it might be him.
Don't quote me on that. If it is, big shout out to Mark in the UK. If not, just a big shout out to Mark wherever you are in the world.
Big shout out to anybody in the UK who might be listening right now. So, was there anything else we have to plug?
Hey,
our YouTube page, by the way, I think it's almost 2,000 views though now. It's close.
1,000, you mean?
The video 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago now.
The Vengeance pay-per-view, the one we did after Vengeance.
500 views.
Yeah, and it's still going up.
The last couple did about 100, which we actually apologize. YouTube was being a pain. We love YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. But we were having issues last Thursday uploading.
I was having problems uploading.
So still, with that many views in a short amount of time, big ups to you guys. We ask you to keep viewing and also subscribing. We actually went up like 3 subscribers from last show.
Subscribe.
What's it up to now?
13 or 14.
Last time I checked, it was only like 11.
It was 13 or 14
13 or
today.
14 now?
Yeah, I think it's 13.
Awesome.
But yeah, big ups to everybody. And tell your friends, subscribe. Okay, one big announcement before we get to headlines. We are doing a Survivor Series post show.
A special edition of Outside the Ring.
Yep.
This upcoming Sunday.
We're going to try not to be drunk.
Yeah, it'll probably be up Monday before Raw because I'm not taking the time to edit it that night.
And if you're drunk, you're really going to want to go to bed. Especially if Survivor Series really stinks.
If it really stinks, you guys might have to take me home.
I might have to carry you there.
Wow. Yeah,
But
so look
this
for it like Monday afternoon.
Monday
before Raw.
afternoon. I'm gonna my time frame to get it up is gonna be sometime before Raw, but if not, it'll be up after Raw because I'll be watching Raw. I won't have time to edit.
Yeah, it's you got to understand when we do these shows, we have to edit everything and the audio, and then we burn it on a CD.
The second part of that big announcement is there will not be a show next week because Jason is going on vacation.
I'm going to Seatown, Cleveland. Deuces.
Well, the Survivor Series show won't be as long, will it?
No, because we're only covering Survivor Series.
Right.
I mean, it's not going to take.
So next Tuesday, a week from basically today, which is Tuesday the 15th, there will not be a show. So we're having the Survivor Series.
Next show will only be the special Survivor Series show.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to do that for the big four. Survivor Series, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, and
unless
SummerSlam.
something huge happens.
Yeah.
I mean, we will have a show like
CM Punk
news.
taking over the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
If something
we might
just happens,
even do a show for Money in the Bank because Money in the Bank is slowly becoming
better than SummerSlam.
The fifth big pay-per-view.
Yeah. So that's what's going on. So again, a little recap. Sunday night we are going to record after Survivor Series.
and
it's going to be a little late, but we have to upload everything.
Yep.
And so Monday, hopefully praying before Raw, we get it up, and then next Tuesday no show. So
No
this
show,
will be,
but the week after that, we may do an extended show to catch up on what we missed.
Yes, we could be
But
back.
yeah, we will keep you guys up to date.
A short recap
everything.
of that last Raw.
Yeah,
and
just
then
a short little recap.
All
which
right.
took us to that.
So without further ado, time for headlines. Guys, let's go headlines. All right, headlines. Jeez, oh man, I'm spiking here on the computer.
I'm
Hello,
losing
test,
with
test.
excitement right now.
All right, look, we are going to go over some headlines. This ain't going to be very long. There's actually a lot of Twitter headlines tonight. Go figure. Sorry.
Really?
Shout out to Twitter, by the way. Outside the Ring #1.
Really?
Yes, really. Really, Miz.
Hey, we need to plug his T-shirt.
Shout out
My
actually.
T-shirt.
Yes.
I had it ordered in for me. I got the new Miz awesome T-shirt.
Beautiful. It is nice. You're going to wear that Sunday?
Oh hell yeah!
I thought you were out of Stone Cold saying.
Wes was. I already used that one.
Oh,
Wes was saying he's gonna wear his broski headband.
Yeah.
You'll get beat up at the bar.
I
only
might.
have. Do you have any wrestling shirts? I have one.
I have old school,
I have
like
one.
The Rock, NWO. Should I rock the NWO shirt?
No, you should rock the Rock
The
shirt.
only
The Rock.
The Rock. The
The
only
Rock,
one
The
I have
Rock.
is that Eddie shirt after he
Yeah.
died. That's the only one I
Yeah,
have.
I got the Brahma Bull one.
I used to have an old Stone Cold shirt, but it's like a child's
Yeah.
large, and I've grown since then.
Oh, hell no. So headlines. Hulk Hogan was impressed by The Rock's appearance on Monday night's Raw. Hogan tweeted on Tuesday morning, The Rock looked jacked. He did not say brother, actually. He looked jacked, perfect shape, dieted down, in the zone. He looks better than any wrestler/actor I've ever seen. Total respect. So Hulkster giving big ups to The Rock.
That's weird because Hogan normally doesn't give big ups to anybody but himself.
No, he does respect The Rock.
And it's weird that he's plugging WWE's main focal point right
Hogan's
now.
probably looking at wrestling he's probably watching Raw going, why am I here, brother?
Yeah,
Hey,
probably.
brother.
Really.
I mean, he probably
Hogan really screwed himself over because I really don't think they will bring Hogan back in
I don't know.
WWE.
Him and maybe Flair. I don't know.
Possibly.
Although that Flair really gave him the big FU.
Yeah.
He
Maybe.
had a
That
big
big
send off.
retirement, big send off.
Well, he kept doing those interviews where he was like, TNA, what's that? Where's TNA? Who's
Yeah,
TNA?
Yeah.
And then he
works
and
for
then
him.
2 weeks later, I'm here in TNA.
Nah,
So I agree with Hogan though. Rock was huge.
Yeah.
he's
I don't know.
jacked.
He's been working out for G.I. Joe.
He's
Hey.
bigger than he's ever
He's just been training to get back in the ring, and he's
I saw this joke online. Instead of boots to asses, it said hashtag needles to asses.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
You sure that wasn't a John Cena joke?
No kidding.
I don't know. He might have got on there. Who knows?
Here comes
Cena was the one that put that one out.
more reaction from Raw, and this comes from Jim Ross. Somebody asked Jim Ross on Twitter if he'd be at Survivor Series. So Hall of Famer Jim Ross tweeted Tuesday afternoon that he's not scheduled to be at the pay-per-view. Quote, I'm not booked at Survivor Series at this time. I'm booked at the Oklahoma Baylor game on Saturday. If I set up a sauce stand at Madison Square Garden Sunday, would you come by? Hell yeah, I'd
would.
like some barbecue. So if you want to see JR, he's at the football game.
WWE Shop actually sells his barbecue sauce. I've been wanting to try it.
He does the ketchup and mustard too.
Does he?
Yeah, as a mix. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good big barbecue.
Yeah,
I mean,
and the thing with this, again, it's one of their big four pay-per-views. You don't have one of your best commentators ever calling
doesn't
it.
make any sense to me.
I know.
We're going to get to that.
So
We're going to be
who's it going to be
screaming
then?
here.
Lawler,
Cole,
Cole,
and
Booker.
Booker.
What the hell?
Come on,
What the
dog.
hell?
That's my big homie.
He's in my favor.
Oh my goodness.
I'm cool with
my
Booker. Just get rid of
goodness.
Cole.
Goodness, that
Yeah.
man. There goes that man.
And then another tweet. Mick Foley
There's like
addressed
7 people in
Mick
his
Foley
fave
got
5.
Mick Foley got rock bottom last night on Raw. Walked in the ring, rock bottom, and left.
Like I told you earlier, my buddy was like, he channeled Stone Cold.
He did.
grew the goatee, arrive,
Yeah.
rock bottom, and leave. He channeled Stone Cold through the
Foley
goatee.
goes on Twitter on Tuesday afternoon. Says, "Quote: Why did The Rock lay at the smackdown on my candy ass?
I just wanted a hug.
Yeah, just wanted a hug. I bet he's feeling quite a bit of remorse right now." That's a quote from Mick Foley. Gotta love his best friend, The Rock.
I
Rock Bobby.
just wanted a hug.
You probably hadn't seen him in so long. And he's just wondering what happened.
Just wanted a hug.
What's up? Yeah.
Hey, I haven't seen
How you doing?
Tooth Fairy. Ah,
It would almost be. It would be hilarious if that was completely unscripted.
have a nice day, asshole.
Well, I forget. Did he go in for like? Did he extend his hand or his arm, or what did he do?
Put his
Okay.
arms out for a hug, and then The Rock was just like, F you. Blah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
And didn't even look at John Cena. He just rock bottom Foley and like deuces. See you
There was
later. punk.
plenty of interaction between Rock and Cena
But
later.
we'll get to that. And then one TNA thing. We're not even. TNA had a pay-per-view this Sunday.
I didn't even know.
Nobody even cared.
I thumbed over the results, and the only things to note are that Velvet Sky lost the Knockouts title after like 3
and
weeks.
Bobby Roode's still champ.
Bobby Roode
Jeff
is still
Hardy,
champion.
which I'm cool with.
Bobby Roode is still champion. Robbie E, who is people have said, Zack Ryder's a Jersey Shore ripoff. No, he had his gimmick before the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Robbie E is a blatant ripoff of the Jersey Shore.
He looks
Yeah.
just
Robbie-
like those guys.
Yeah.
And Robbie E won the TNA TV title off Eric Young. And I'm glad they did that because they are ruining Eric Young.
I'm sure they'll continue to somehow.
Oh, yeah.
It's a foregone conclusion.
Maybe Ronnie will win the TV title now.
Oh, Jesus.
So since we didn't see, maybe somebody can email us on this. By the way,
This is
email
what, the
us.
third Jersey Shore person they've had on there, and WWE still's only had Snooki, and
Yes.
they still got more money out
Out
of
of
it.
her than
figure.
anybody else. Yeah. They got the C&D guys from Jersey Shore. The lower guys. the lower
okay.
people.
I think we
I
forgot.
thought that was something like the
Oh, no.
the
I mean, they got
slang from
Ronnie
the
and
show.
then
All right, enough
Yeah.
Jay Wow.
enough
Jersey
Jersey
Shore
Shore.
talk. God bless it. So Jeff Hardy debuted this new mask. Since we didn't watch it, none of us saw it.
I saw a
maybe
picture
somebody
of it.
could email us the picture.
There's pictures
Outside the
online.
ring,
I just read-
316 at gmail.com.
I just read the description. That's great.
It was ugly. It was just a strange looking
Everything
mask.
Jeff Hardy does
I know.
is
I don't
ugly.
get it.
His tattoos?
Yeah, the mask he wore to the ring prior to the match, Jeff Hardy could be described, or Jeff with Jeff Jarrett could be described as quote. This is a quote for a fan, from a fan. Alien meets Predator meets the Power Rangers. That quote.
He beat Jeff Jarrett 3 times in this
3 times.
on the night.
And the third one,
Did he?
I actually read
Yeah.
the results for that one, and the third one, in between the second and the third, didn't Jarrett
Beat him up.
with a chair, hit the
yeah.
stroke, and he still kicked out.
Yeah.
And then Hardy rolled him up for the win.
Jeff Hardy's the new John Cena of TNA.
You know what I think of TNA?
There you go. There you
Next.
go. It gets worse. It's
Not for me, it
WWE
doesn't.
related. Jonah Hill is going to guest star.
How does
on
this get
Raw.
worse? I like
Yes.
Jonah Hill.
Me too.
It's another guest star.
Oh, wow.
I'm sick of
They
that.
used Hugh Jackman really
At
good.
least they're not doing them every week now.
Yeah, but I don't want him to get.
At least they don't have power
It's
anymore.
like an alcoholic. When you give them that beer again, they start drinking
yeah, like
again.
they're sober for 2 years.
They
You
like
give them
the
a little
taste of
sip.
that.
and-
They
Yeah.
like the taste of the exposure that they get from bringing all these celebrities on
So
here.
Jonah Hill's going to be on Raw this coming
Plug his
Monday.
new movie, The Sitter, which looks funny.
It does.
It
Funny.
looks funny.
But unfortunately, we're going to see 6 damn segments of Jonah Hill's
Hill.
ass
Jonah Hill.
walking around.
Jonah Hill with
Go
Zack,
ahead.
Jonah Hill with Zack Ryder.
Ding,
Jonah Hill with the Bellas.
ding,
Jonah Hill in the ring plugging his movie.
ding,
Jonah Hill with Cena.
ding.
Maybe Ziggler would come out and talk to
Maybe
him.
Jonah Hill with
That'd be
Ziggler.
good.
Maybe in a tag match with Cena against
Or
Miz and
Ryder.
Truth.
Or Ryder. Him
Or
and Ryder
Ryder.
versus Ziggler and Swagger.
And you know
And
what?
probably for the 6th one, Jonah Hill with John Laurinaitis.
And you know why I don't like this? Honestly, nothing against Jonah Hill. It's taking away ring time from Daniel
is.
Bryan. It's taking away ring time from The Miz, R-Truth, Sin Cara. Who else you want?
they
Sheamus.
might still
and
be
the guys that aren't even on TV, like Drew McIntyre.
Yeah,
Tyson Kidd.
exactly.
Kurt Hawkins.
That's exactly
Trent
my
Barretta.
point.
Wait, Kurt Hawkins isn't even in the company anymore, is he? Or wait, no, Trent Baretta's not in the company anymore.
I don't
He's
mind
still-
this. I don't mind.
No, wait, I'm thinking
you know,
Kaylee Croft and
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
I don't mind it, but come
I'm
on.
running on like
As
3
long as he's not in
Sorry.
6 segments, like you said, as long as like 2 or 3 limit what he's doing, what he's
I
saying.
don't mind him in 2 segments.
Yeah.
But promote your movie
And I can't see
get out.
I can't see Jonah Hill doing like what Hugh Jackman did,
No.
actually influencing a match.
The Hugh Jackman thing was okay though. And the Muppets thing was okay. I thought it was going to be
at least
better.
it was funny.
It
Hugh
was
Jackman
funny.
was good. He's a legit wrestling
But
fan.
is it wrestling? The thing is it wrestling?
He promoted the
anymore,
wrestling
you know?
match. He was involved in the match.
Yeah.
He was a bodyguard.
But if you notice, the matches now are like 10 seconds. It's like a high spot, a finisher, and
What do
it's
you
done.
expect?
Either that or
More.
It's
I
their
expect
booking.
more.
Well,
Look, I'm doing
you're not-
the Hogan.
you're not getting
I'm doing the Hogan thing to you. Look, I'm pointing my finger.
You're hooking up.
This is what you get.
I am
This is
hulking up.
WWE in 2011.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
BS.
This is what we get.
At its best. So
what
I'm
we
going to do
get.
one of these two and throw that over there. I told you there's going to be a lot of yelling and a lot of cussing.
we're getting a little bit
I
out of control.
I just used the beat button there. I just used the beat button. See that?
That's the
Holy
first time we've had to touch the censorship button.
There you go. So, all right, enough of headlines. Now, if you think
we're getting emotional here
if you
tonight.
think they're screaming, wait till we get to Raw.
Oh God!
All
Where
right.
do you start?
We're,
Can we
in
not
the
start?
garbage.
I know.
Okay.
Can we not start and just
Live from the TD Bank North Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. It is WWE Raw.
Expectations for this Raw were through the roof. Because
Yeah.
The Rock was going
For
to be on
certain
there.
segments.
And
Yeah.
Mick Foley, like Troy predicted, was on the show.
Yeah, they pulled him from the promotional card, and I knew he was still going to be there because a name like that, you don't just pull off a card and say,
Yeah.
no, you're not doing it.
Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
And plus, the
we-
fans love Foley.
Yeah.
His
They do.
music hit, and they
He
just
got a pop.
yeah.
Him and The Rock got the biggest pop, so they don't even work there anymore. That
Really?
tells you how much respect people got for them.
And The Rock got the biggest pop of the night, and Cena got booed
In his hometown.
in his own home,
Which we predicted.
state.
minutes
I
from
did.
where he grew up. It's
Yeah.
it's amazing.
All right.
We'll talk about Cena later.
Statman over there. I think you did a lot of work last night.
I did.
We'll go. Let's
Yeah.
go through promos first. Every promo.
We'll get to the
my
shot
God, there's-
before we
there's
get
more
to that.
promos than
before we
wrestling.
get to that, Funk Man over there, Wes.
What up?
How many Twitter mentions
Oh, my
were
God.
there on last night's show? I told you
to
last
recap,
week to do
yes.
this.
Well, last week, we talked about the whole Twitter thing. So
Yep.
then we kept track of how many Twitter plugs, Twitter handles, mentions,
Anything to do
symbols,
with Twitter.
anything to do with Twitter, associated with Twitter. I asked you guys before we started what you thought. Mm-hmm. Number was, and you both were off by
I said
more than
20.
100.
I said
Yeah,
20.
that's
You
the
said
sad
20.
part.
You
It's
said
in
17.
it's
It
in
was
triple digits.
139 Twitter mentions
That
on the show
is
total,
ridiculous.
including hashtags and all the Twitter.
Hashtags like when The Rock
Trending
says
worldwide.
he said, this trending worldwide.
Yeah, all that. 139
What
mentions.
got
That
me
is just-
what really got
Did you
me-
also count the name tags when they came out and had their Twitter
Oh, I
handle at the
should-
bottom?
like all the wrestlers get that, right?
No, not all of them have to.
Only if
Sheamus
they had
doesn't.
Well,
have
Sheamus
Twitter.
doesn't. Yeah.
only if they had Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Here's my thing. When The Rock's doing a promo, he shouldn't do 5 minutes of Twitter mentions.
Yeah.
No.
And it's not The Rock's fault.
Now,
The Rock was
it-
told to
it-
do this.
It was funny,
It was funny.
Yeah.
but it was unnecessary.
It was unnecessary. The Rock is great. He had the promo of the night. The guy, I told you guys before the show, both the Rock promo at the end was probably one of the best promos of the year. And the guy has only been there a few times this year. Half your talent roster can't do 5
Half.
seconds
He's only been there a
All
few
about
times this year. Most of them
35%
have been
of it.
via satellite.
of what
Yeah.
the Rock, when he's via satellite, I'm glad you mentioned that. He's not the greatest. He's good.
He's still good, but it's
interaction.
nothing like he is in
live
person, live.
Well,
Yeah.
the
Live
whole
crowd.
the whole Twitter thing, like somebody must have gotten Vince's ear and told him that Twitter is this like revolutionary thing because they
'Cause
keep
Vince
doing
don't know
it.
about Twitter.
I know he doesn't have any idea what it is.
They love Twitter, but they announced last week that they're launching a WWE Google Plus page.
They don't understand Twitter is good, but I mean, like we
Facebook
said,
still
the
overshadows
trending topics is not really that great of a
Yeah,
thing.
like you
can
said,
get anything trending.
when a small demographic gets a hold of something,
it trends
it
worldwide.
trends.
Yeah.
We could get like poop trending.
Yeah.
If we really wanted to, we can.
It's
trend
like
poop.
they always hashtags like my girlfriend hates when hashtag that trends worldwide. Just random.
My girlfriend hates her hashtag
Yeah.
period. Now it's trending.
Yeah, just because something's trending doesn't mean it's popular or amazing or this worldwide crazy thing. I just don't get it.
We've said this weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks now since they started this. It's getting worse. If you notice, every week they're mentioning more and more and more.
Why don't they just
Next thing you know, they're just going to do the whole show via Twitter.
Why don't they just bring on the
They're
Twitter
gonna have a
CEO?
Twitter show.
Yeah.
The CEO, the owners, who cares? Bring them in.
They say now, instead of, remember back in the day when they said, I just got word from the back. Now I just got word from John Laurinaitis' Twitter page.
Somebody said
says
via
he just
Twitter.
signed Kevin Nash. Yeah, just amazing how they love to plug it. It's just...
Okay, so...
That's the start of our rant right there. That's a little snippet.
The matches on this Raw sucked.
Yes.
The matches were horrible. The only good match
The only good match was the tag
team match, at the end.
No, at the
Which
beginning.
one was it? I don't even remember.
The one with Kofi and
Sin Cara.
versus Cody and Ziggler.
I didn't mind Mark Henry in them.
Was it Cody and Ziggler?
No, it was
the
Cody,
CM Punk,
Cody and Hunico.
The Punk
Sin
Big
Cara,
Show
Kofi.
tag match with Henry and Del Rio was actually okay.
That was all right.
For what
decent.
it was.
The one
For the time it was given.
The one earlier in the night was better, though.
Yes, and then the Orton Barrett match was good, but it lasted 5 minutes.
If that, and then interrupted in a big brawl. And I called it before the match even started. As soon as I saw Barrett come out with his whole posse for Survivor Series, I looked at my buddy I was watching it with, and I thought, oh, gee, is this going to end in a brawl?
No.
And you said before the show, too, Troy, that every either bragging rights or Survivor
I'm
Series...
so glad they don't do bragging rights anymore. That was a stupid concept.
Either one of those
Any that if there's a big
team
tag,
on team.
if there's a multi-man team on multi-man team, the show before, the Raw before, and most likely the SmackDown before too, they have the captain versus captain match, and it always erupts in a big brawl.
It's
so just like
bad.
they're having that tag team match. Somebody's probably going to run out, and then they'll do the whole thing again on SmackDown.
On SmackDown, because guess what? Yeah, they're having Orton and Sheamus against Barrett and Cody. Well, I wonder if their teams are going to get involved. Duh. The Divas match sucked. Go figure.
That's not really
Kelly wins with Troy's favorite finishing maneuver that all the Divas do. Troy, wait for it.
The patented roll up. That's the sound of his head pounding on the mic right now. Now his fist.
And we're going deaf. Ouch. And these mics cost $4.
It was the match was literally only like 1 minute long, counting celebrations at the end and entrances.
What a.
Natalia can't get a victory now. She's like the beating horse.
Where
of the
was
Divas
Daniel
division.
Bryan on the show? Where was your Money in the Bank?
He's not even on Survivor Series.
No. Where?
They're gonna
name some names.
What they're going to do is they're going to wait 2 weeks before WrestleMania to do anything with him, and then
he'll lose.
Yeah, I'm seeing Daniel Bryan being the first one to lose the cash in,
which is a shame.
And even if he wins, they'll blame him not getting over because he's Daniel Bryan. He's not marketable. No, it's because you haven't been plugging your superstars.
And that interview that he did on WWE.com about, I have a beard, I am a man. He can do promos.
Yeah, he can.
He can do it. Speaking of Daniel Bryan, did you guys see Superstars? You probably didn't. You saw that? Shut up.
Superstars.
Yeah.
But no,
it was a good match.
So you saw the Daniel Bryan William Regal. You saw that Regal came out to his normal music, and then halfway down the rant, then they cut in with his "He's a man" music.
It was in England, so he was getting
Liverpool.
a good reaction. Yeah.
And he just kind of stopped and laughed. They got a shot at Bryan, and
they showed him laughing.
Cracking up.
It was a good. If you like technical matches, which is what wrestling should be about, that was a match to watch.
That was your classic student versus teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thanks to our producer putting "He's a Man" in the background right now. Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Can we shut that off? Thank you. Shut that off. All right.
That
was amazing.
I feel manly now. So what else is there? Before we get to, do we have to recap the match? Was there any promo backs? Oh, I did mention. I mentioned this to kind of both of you, but mostly to Wes since he's a Zack Ryder mark.
Yes, sir.
I love Zack Ryder. I think he's got a lot of potential. But three
pointless segments.
Yes, I'm hulking up over here again. Three pointless, complete.
They weren't
Troy,
great.
what were they? Let's go.
One was with him and Mick Foley, which I could understand.
That one was okay.
They're both from Long
guys.
Island.
Yeah.
And Ryder's still on his high horse about this Twitter petition. He was trying to get signatures. Okay, I can understand that. Then there was one with the Bellas.
Pointless. Completely, utterly pointless.
The Bellas and Del Rio, too.
Yes, Del Rio in a pointless
segment. He called Del Rio and Ricardo, he called him Rich and Al, and they looked at him like, What the hell is wrong with you?
Instead of Alberto doing a promo either in the ring or backstage pumping his match up with Punk, he's talking about having a party with the Bellas.
Yeah, he's talking about having a three-way with the Bellas, and then Zack Ryder bursts in for no reason, and he was trying to get the Bellas to sign that petition, and the third one was him and Santino,
which was just to get over.
All three of these promos were nothing more than a stupid Twitter petition. And the third one with Santino was a semi-plug for the new game coming out next week,
which I'm kind of excited for.
I'm excited for
the whole thing with Zack Ryder. Obviously, like the segments that he was using was stupid. But the WWE is missing the point on him. He is over right now. He's selling his merchandise.
Then why not him in the ring?
I don't. Yes, that's what I'm not complaining about him not being on camera. I'm just complaining about how they're using him.
I don't think WWE really wants him in the ring. He's selling merchandise, and they barely
and they don't even have to do anything with him. Yeah, I know. But I just don't.
You know what's funny to me is
Survivor Series.
We're all in agreement here. He's more over than Cena, I think. Because the men, women, and kids like
he's got
Ryder.
A bigger fan base.
Yeah,
but
he's
the biggest reaction.
But he's a better worker too.
I don't know about that.
But he's better than Santino.
What? You don't think Ryder's a better worker than Cena?
No,
not at all.
Have you? Well, who's Ryder? Has he really had like a 5-star match? Cena's had plenty of 5-star matches.
He was carried in half of them, if not all.
It doesn't matter if he's carried in them. He's still competing in them.
That's my point. What Troy said, though. I think if Ryder was given the ball, maybe change up his gimmick.
I also think if they wouldn't confine Cena's moves and promos, he'd be a hell of a lot better too.
That match with CM Punk was a really good match. I don't care. He wasn't carried in the match.
No, I agree with that.
But I'm just saying, Ryder is from New York. Survivor Series is in New York. What better place to put the title on him than in front of his home crowd?
He's going to be on the card.
You think they're going to add it like a late match? Why wouldn't they just put him on?
And if that's the case, then that means that Ziggler would be pulling double duty again for 2 pay-per-views in a row.
Because Christian got hurt, as we found out.
They should have put Brodus Clay on that team.
They're holding off Brodus Clay.
Again? The segment with Laurinaitis talking to a pack of cigarettes.
Hey, Brodus. I'm sorry, you can't be on tonight.
Yeah, he's talking to Brodus Clay on the phone.
I bet he was.
I could see
his phone wasn't lit up.
It wasn't lit up at all.
Can you see Laurinaitis talking to Brodus Clay sitting in his underwear at home? Or he's got his ring gear on. Hey, I was supposed to be booked. What the hell?
I can't wait for him. I can't wait for him to come out though. I like Brodus. I'm big on him. I think he's going to be
How many times are they going to say, coming this week, Brodus Clay, and then he's not there?
Well, they're giving him the Michael Cole challenge treatment.
He said, Laurinaitis said it's definitely going to be next week, though.
Yeah, it will be.
After Survivor. They want to get all the stuff with The Rock out of the way first, and then bring him
Won't The Rock be on the show after, though?
Maybe.
I would hope so.
Obviously, right? He has to be.
Unless they win and it's done, I don't think he might even. I don't
think he shows up.
That man, let me tell you something. That promo he did at the end, it was awesome. But The Rock, everybody talks about Cena being a hard worker, and then The Rock has nothing to do, and all he does is via satellites. Did you hear what The Rock did just to get to Raw last night? The dude woke up at 3, worked out, ate breakfast,
got
fruity pebble
at the airport.
Got installed, at the airport. He was shooting a movie that day.
That morning.
The morning in New Orleans, which is across the country. Flies to Raw, and I found this out too before the show. After Raw, didn't sleep, went right back to New Orleans
and kept shooting.
That dude is a beast.
Yeah, he was tweeting last night how he had been up like over 27 hours.
He was tweeting? Wow.
I know, what a shocker. Yeah.
The Rock probably doesn't even want to tweet, but they are probably telling him,
well, he didn't have
in the WWE.
He didn't have Twitter or Facebook before he came back.
Since you're back in the WWE universe, you got to tweet, Rock, or you're fired.
He's got the most Twitter followers of anybody.
I think Vince McMahon's "you're fired" threats go on deaf ears with The Rock. The Rock doesn't need this.
The Rock owns.
I'm not saying that I don't want The Rock in the company, but The Rock. If Vince says, you know what, Rock, we're done with you. We don't want you anymore. Rock's like, okay,
fine.
I've got a movie career.
Can you imagine? Even if he didn't have a movie career, TNA would bend over backwards to get The Rock.
TNA could not afford The Rock.
No
kidding.
I think The Rock knows a sinking ship when
he's getting paid millions to
The Rock
compete
says
in WWE.
this.
I don't think he's going to ever show up there.
No.
I don't think so.
Because he doesn't have alimony like Flair does.
I can't even see Jericho ever going to TNA.
Jericho, I like to think that Jericho is a smart guy, too.
Yeah.
And he knows a sinking ship when he sees it.
And that ship is sinking. Hell, Hogan hasn't even been on TNA in
Hogan's
3 weeks. Hogan's jumping off the ship. I mean, seriously.
Women and children first.
And then Hulkster last.
I don't think Chris Jericho's ever even commented on TNA.
He has, but he's denied ever going there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, granted, he could have great matches with AJ Styles and stuff. Oh,
God, that would be great.
I mean, in The Rock.
He didn't end up getting
why would The Rock go
buried,
to TNA?
though, somehow?
Who, Jericho?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, they didn't end up using him the wrong way.
Probably.
Yeah.
Bischoff pinning Jericho or something.
Like, we still haven't even talked about the Cold Challenge yet.
All right.
What's wrong with us? This kicked off the show.
Here comes a lot of yelling.
It kicked off the show, guys.
All right, what happened?
Here comes a lot of yelling. Turn the microphone down.
It was probably the best segment of Raw, in my eyes.
No, it wasn't.
Are you serious, bro?
No,
Here, I just
bro.
used your buddy's...
No, bro. Woo, you don't know it.
All right,
Michael Cole can take his challenge, shine it up real nice, turn that sumbitch sideways, and stick it straight up. What is that?
I was trying to fist it in there.
He was fist pumping it. Look.
What a waste of 20 minutes.
Again, 4 weeks ago, probably the first episode of Outside the Ring, we talked about JR getting embarrassed. You put the man on a scale in his hometown. Not this week,
it's ironic. Cena was embarrassed in his hometown too. You think Vince has a thing for that?
Hey, where's Cena from again? Boston. Oh, let's embarrass his ass.
But they never embarrass Orton in St. Louis.
Yeah, I wonder why. Because he hears voices.
Hey, maybe he'll get eliminated first in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, of course.
This year.
Maybe.
Just kidding.
Are we thinking that The Rock's going to be in the Rumble this year?
No.
I think he might be.
He might show up.
Who do you think is going to be like a surprise entrance?
Maybe he'll eliminate Cena. That'd be pretty cool.
I want to see the Blue Meanie come back.
But who would throw out The Rock? Maybe Undertaker.
No, I'm saying he just runs in and then
jumps
Cena
over
and then gets out. Yeah,
jumps over the rope.
Because that's illegal.
Could you imagine, though, if you paid to go to Raw and the first 20 minutes of the show was taken up by this crowd?
By Michael Cole and JR.
They were paying good money to sit there.
I said it before and I'll say it again. This is embarrassing. The last challenge.
It is.
The last challenge. First of all, JR was dancing. He was doing his best stripper.
His best to dance.
It was funny.
That was
probably the funniest thing in this whole segment. But the part that pissed me off the most was they get JR. Does anyone really think that scale wasn't fixed? Do you think JR is actually 230 pounds?
Do you think Michael Cole is 200?
No.
He looks about $150 soaking wet.
I'm 200 pounds.
Yeah,
Michael Cole looks like he's $140, $150.
I'm 240.
I'm not afraid to admit, JR is
a
legit like around 230 because he's been saying he's been losing a lot of weight.
But
yeah, I mean, you see his belly? I mean, I don't...
But the point is they embarrassed the guy again, and then he calls 2 matches, 3?
I think he called a match,
and then he's gone. And I told you last week I wanted
Cole
him there.
Comes back out in his arm in a sling.
What do you count, Mason?
Mr. Peck Smokes comes out there with him.
Do you count Mason Ryan and Dolph Ziggler's match? It was only 1 minute long.
It was a match.
It was a match that had 2 guys in it that could actually do something.
I'm surprised JR didn't go. And there's Batista. Mason Ryan.
He can't do anything.
He could do more than the Divas.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah,
that's the only person he can be.
But at least he's
Dolph
young
Ziggler
and he's new.
was in it. That's a match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. I don't care. And at least he's young. And Mason Ryan might not have a lot of moves, but let's face it, he's young. I mean, you got to give him a little more time. But he's new. He's a fresh face.
If he could talk like Batista, he'd be a hell of a lot better.
But he can't talk.
Yeah,
he's got a weird voice.
Batista,
English,
I give you that. Batista got better on the mic after he turned heel.
Yeah.
Although his stuff with Eddie Guerrero,
the whole, I want my rematch, it got stale. It's like Christian's one more match.
Batista was okay on the mic when he did the stuff with Eddie. That was his
spotlight.
The stuff Batista and Eddie did. I thought that was the reason I watched SmackDown for a little while. Yeah. The Batista Eddie Guerrero stuff was hilarious. Yeah. But my thing is, why do they cram Michael Cole down our throat? They know the audience.
We love him.
Hate him.
The thing is, he's a commentator, so we have to hear him all through the show.
No.
But commentators
are meant to be heard, not seen.
Right. And the thing is, like CM Punk says, he told the truth. I think it was kind of a shoot. Punk basically said JR is the best commentator of all time. Michael Cole, you suck.
Nah.
I mean, he is.
He
JR is one of
doesn't
the
put
best
over-
play-by-play
Yeah,
guys.
like,
if
yeah.
not
The
the
only
best.
person that Michael Cole puts over is The Miz.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad to be a Miz fan.
He does not know how to put over talent at all. He just talks.
all.
He rambles.
He buries the Divas division
don't-
constantly.
Week in and week out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And-
not
and
even that's a foregone conclusion that he does
Yeah.
that because he doesn't even care about them.
But why?
And he buried Daniel. He buried Mr. Money in the Bank back
Yeah.
when he was on NXT.
Why
He's still burying him now.
Yeah,
But why do
when
we?
he's on TV?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
why do we always bury Jim Ross? Why do we bring Jim Ross back 3 weeks later, have him call a match, and then let him get embarrassed again
Why don't
every
we
week?
bury Michael Cole every once in a while?
Why not bring JR back full time?
Why don't we bury Michael Cole in concrete like we did Paul Bearer?
Oh yeah,
It was funny how he came back in the sling. Because he didn't. I mean, the Anaconda Vice is more like a choke.
Yeah,
it's not really
it works
a
more
mover
on the
to
neck.
hurt your
I mean, yeah,
shoulder.
it stretches the arm, but
Yeah.
I don't understand it, guys. I
don't
don't get why. Why couldn't we just leave the JR, Michael Cole, and King threesome? Why not do the threesome commentary?
ew,
right, I'm
mental image that I didn't need.
Oh yes, a threesome. Wow.
Porno music, courtesy of the Funk Man.
The funk man. Just funk.
Where do you think I got my nickname?
Hey, funk
Ooh,
you.
but bump.
Oh wow. All right, look. That was weird. I don't even know.
Slightly disturbing.
But you get my drift. Why do they think that we want to listen to Michael Cole? I wanted to see JR out there marking for Mick Foley when he came back,
Yeah.
marking for The Rock.
Exactly.
I think they know that we don't want to watch him. He's a Vince McMahon guy.
Doesn't Vince care about what the audience honestly wants?
He thinks he knows what the audience wants.
we don't
but he
want
doesn't.
Michael Cole.
He's not in touch with us anymore.
Bobby Heenan was a heel commentator, but Bobby Heel was awesome.
Bobby
Heel?
Heel. Bobby Heel.
Bobby Heenan.
Bobby Heenan.
Bobby
was
Heel.
awesome.
He was a heel.
Bobby Heenan was funny. Bobby Heenan wasn't annoying.
No. I don't
Plus,
get
he was teamed up with Gorilla Monsoon. Greatest commentating team ever.
Which helped. But still, I don't understand why they honestly might. They're probably like, let's make this show worse. Let's bring JR back for 2 matches and then have Michael Cole the rest of the freaking night.
Just like with the Zack Ryder thing.
Oh.
I'm not saying putting him on and getting him over is such a hard task because he's already over.
Yeah.
But with Michael Cole, you're not ever going to be able to get other
Michael
superstars
Cole
over.
is as over as he will get.
Yeah, and they keep putting.
He can't get any more heat.
And the WWE keeps telling the stockholders that they're creating more talent. They're giving the fans what they want to see. What a bunch of! How can these people actually believe that? They must not watch the show.
They can't.
No, they can't be fans.
And the Twitter mentions
Michael
over
Cole
and
is
over.
the most hated person in the company.
By
and I'm not
far.
talking heel heat. People legitimately
Everything heat.
hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And just think, I have his autograph
It's
in
not
my room.
X-Pac heat anymore. It's Michael Cole heat.
Wait a minute. You got Michael Cole's autograph.
Yes.
How?
I was at one of the Raws in the front row, and he signed my sign.
Was he a nice guy?
No, well, he didn't come over to me. It said Cole equals vintage when he was continuously saying vintage. And one of the camera guys saw
Was
it.
this when he was a heel?
No, this was before he turned into annoying.
So are you officially a coal miner?
I was then.
You were a
Not
coal
anymore.
miner.
No, I'm not. No, I just
Back
got
before
I just
he
got his
turned into
autograph. Before he turned
an
into
asshole.
an annoying commentator. Yes.
I don't know.
I'll take a picture of it. Show you guys.
I believe you. Look,
It's on my wall.
this was just a bad Raw.
It was.
Minus if you and I told you guys before, if you take out all the stuff with The Rock, even if you left the one segment with Mick Foley, this would have been one of the worst Raws ever. I mean,
it was absolutely terrible.
It was
Okay.
garbage.
Even the 3-hour Raws.
What are the matches? Just do a quick rundown of the matches.
Okay, we'll start from the beginning. Cody Rhodes and Hunico defeated Sin Cara and Kofi Kingston.
Okay, good match. Next.
Decent match.
can
Mason
kinda roll
Ryan
through these real
defeated Dolph Ziggler by DQ.
It was
in
barely a
minute.
match.
It was what it was. Next,
Sheamus beat Jack Swagger in about 5 minutes on TV.
That was a decent match.
Swagger
for the
gets
time they got.
Swagger got
But
buried
Swagger's-
again.
Yeah.
He didn't. I wouldn't say he
didn't
got
get
buried.
No, he did. It was
But
a
he
good.
keeps-
Sheamus
he
and
keeps
Swagger
losing.
was a good match
Yeah.
for
He
what it
keeps
was.
losing. Yeah.
But he lost again. He's got that Joe Mo going on. John Morrison. Hey, Morrison's
Oh yeah,
fighting in that match,
Jomo
right?
threw Ziggler back into Mason Ryan.
Yeah.
Which is weird. He came running out without a shirt.
Yeah,
he had pants on, but with
I think he had that Jomo Sapien shirt on in the back and realized this is a stupid ass shirt.
I hate this Jomo shirt.
That's weird when they do that kind of stuff. Okay, anyways, Kelly defeated Natalia. Like
not a match.
Touched on.
We already friggin' match.
Hey, it counted in the
next.
victory.
Before I get rolling on this, we got time restraints here.
Troy might hulk up.
Kelly, Mark Henry and Del Rio obviously defeated Big Show and CM Punk.
It was okay. Next,
it was a good match.
The ending furthered CM Punk and Del Rio's thing, and then the final match was Orton and Barrett.
5 minutes,
6 matches.
It didn't even last 5 minutes.
Match.
It was a huge brawl. Again, like I said, it lasted. It happens every time there's a big multi-man match.
Now at the end, of course, Rock comes out, delivers a great promo.
Oh wait, we didn't touch on the "This Is Your Life."
We don't want to touch on it.
That's right.
Well, we gotta mention it. It was one of
there was a "This Is Your Life" promo. Next,
this is your life with John Cena. And I told Troy and I told you before this show, I wanted to see Rock and Foley, not Foley and Cena.
Rock and Foley on the mic, not The Rock coming in, rock bottoming Foley and leaving.
Yeah, and
like
they
we
bring
said,
out,
it was just bad. It
was
wasn't even
bad.
Funny.
Like
they brought
here's
out
a question that I have: were they trying to make it bad?
I don't know,
because Cena kept hitting on how bad it was.
I think they were because, like I told you before the show, I think they were trying to like associate Cena. Like everybody, associate him to everybody by like making him seem more human. Like, you know, they brought out the baseball coach and they said, "Oh, it was the bottom of the ninth."
How The Rock is more of a god-like figure.
Yeah, they said,
sorta.
Bottom of the ninth, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
I see what you're saying.
Little John Cena's up to bat, and he strikes out looking.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
If you played Little League, chances are you felt something.
Although
like
that one chick,
I know I did.
The one chick, cut The Rock off at second base.
Poontang your ass on out of here.
I like how Cena at the end he said, "What did he say? My 2 feet in this ring is all I have."
Again, how many times?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a damn movie career.
Does he have to remind us that we get it? You're a wrestler. You love wrestling.
Dude, that's all he ever comes back
that's
to.
So disrespectful.
I love this business.
Okay, who all did they bring out? They brought out his quote unquote baseball coach.
Yep.
They brought out B Squared,
which was hilarious. The audience was like, "Who is this guy?"
At first, he was like, "Oh yeah, it was great. You were the best tag team partner I ever had." Then you left me. And also, I don't you love it how they just completely took a very cheap shot at Big Boss Man? Oh, you're the best tag team partner I ever had.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Buchanan and Big Boss Man.
I forgot about that.
Rest his soul.
None of the kids will know that.
No.
Well, who's a greater WWE star?
Huh?
Who's a greater WWE star, Big Boss Man or John Cena?
Yeah, John Cena.
Obviously.
Okay, but yeah, they brought out B Squared, and he basically said, "Cena, you ruined my life. After I got fired, my woman left me. My dog bit me and gave me rabies."
He's pointing to his arm, and there's no bite.
Scars or anything. Then they brought out
his dad.
His dad,
which was okay.
His dad, who was basically saying, "This is my son. Don't pick on my son." And I will give it to Cena. He basically said, "Dad, I don't need you to fight my fights for me."
Yeah.
Go away.
And then Rock comes out, Rock bottoms Mick Foley, and that's the end.
And that's it.
But no Foley Rock segment. Nope. Not one. Right. Not even at the end where Foley could have came out and said, "Hey, Rock, why'd you do this?"
All right, next.
Yeah. And then at the end,
this is the big final promo going into Survivor Series.
So Rock's in the ring, Cena's in the ring.
Mm-hmm. Well, wait. Before we touch on that, Kevin Nash.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
His little spot with Santino.
This is so bad.
I know we keep forgetting.
He did the trumpet. He got a kick in the face, jackknife. Next.
Well, at least they're keeping the audience informed of who Kevin Nash is. I mean, they're trying to
they're
put him
doing
out there
the whole Triple H
without
thing.
putting him in matches or
Nash was like, "I got a big pop from you guys in Boston," which he did when he came back from the Rumble.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it was more nostalgic.
He blew
from
the roof
fans.
off of the place. He got the biggest pop of the night at the Rumble.
Him and Booker T did.
Yeah,
Booker T got a big pop.
Yeah.
And then, he kicked Santino in the face and said Triple H. He's still doing the Triple H thing, which is cool. Telling Triple H, "You should have hired me then."
They're going to obviously have a match at TLC then.
Yes.
Yep.
We think. Or the
Maybe
Rumble.
it'll be a TLC match for a contract.
With Nash?
Nash couldn't climb a ladder if you paid him.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I would pay to see that match.
You know, one thing I just realized that made this Raw just a little bit better? Less John Laurinaitis.
Yeah.
I think he was only in like what two segments.
Unfortunately, they put Zack Ryder in 3 pointless ones though. Well, 2 and a half.
Yeah.
But I agree with that.
Yeah. All right.
So the end.
The ending was The Rock and
making fun of John Cena. Cena making fun of The Rock back and
Rock
forth
got
a
boots to asses chant going.
Yes, and trending.
You know what's weird about that is they weren't even allowed to say asses before in PG, and now he's got a T-shirt that says boots to asses.
Cena told the crowd that he was gonna bitch slap.
Yeah.
Bitch slap.
Where's the PG rating?
Should I censor this?
Yeah. We need to turn them in.
All right.
No,
Can you say bitch slap? I don't
You just did.
He said,
on YouTube.
He said mangina.
Well, the last thing
mangina. I looked at my buddy. I was like, they can say that in PG.
The kid's probably like, "Mommy, did John Cena?
What does that mean?
Mommy, what's a mangina? Don't worry about it.
Know your role and shut your mouth, kid."
You think kids were up that late? 11 o'clock?
They were in the crowd.
Did your parents let you watch Raw late at night?
Yeah.
They were in the crowd.
Mine did too.
They were in the crowd.
My parents didn't. My parents were like, "Hey, you stay up as late as you want. Remember, you got to go to school the next morning, and you're getting your ass up."
Now, how do you feel? Because The Rock basically beat the crap. Basically, Cena didn't do much. The Rock bottomed R-Truth, rock bottom Miz, left the ring. Then he gave Cena the "you can't see me."
He stole Cena's kill.
Yeah,
he had R-Truth up he had Miz up for the AA. And Rock pulled him down and rock bottom. He stole his kill.
Yeah, but do you think? Now, I heard a lot of people saying this. I kind of agree and I don't agree. Miz and R-Truth kind of got buried in that segment. A little bit.
A little bit.
A lot of it.
Well, he agrees with it. Why do you think that was?
I just don't. They're not putting over the spectacle of them having a chance to stand against them in the match.
Nobody in the right mind is picking.
No.
Now, we do football picks.
No. Nobody is. Like we said last week.
I wonder what the spread is on that.
Nobody is going to buy the pay-per-view to see if the Miz and R-Truth, what they're going to do.
They're not going to win.
They're not going to win.
They want to just see Cena and Rock coexist.
I don't know.
Which might not happen, but.
Call me crazy. I'm thinking Miz and Truth are going to win
because Rock and Cena
won't be able to get along with each other.
I think they got to turn Cena heel eventually.
You know what?
I don't think they're going to turn either of them heel because this is supposed to be the big face from the last generation versus the big face from this generation.
I know, but. This would be
their best chance.
This is the Ali and Frazier of the wrestling world, and rest in peace, Joe Frazier.
This is their best chance to turn Cena heel. I mean, what if he sided with Miz and R-Truth after the match?
Yeah. What if he becomes part of the conspiracy theory?
That's what I don't understand.
I know.
Because then you could have Triple H come back and feud with Cena, Miz, and R-Truth.
And Nash. Throw them four together in a stable.
And then you could have The Rock come back at Rumble and help Triple H.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Former
The Rock and Triple H
feud coming together against.
But is this the only match that Rock's going to have besides WrestleMania?
I don't know.
Do you think he probably?
I'm with Troy. I would like to see him come in at the Rumble. It makes sense and throw out Cena.
Yeah. Even if that's all he does, comes in there, brawls with Cena for a bit, throws him out, and then eliminates himself.
Have Cena talk trash about The Rock for the whole month of January, and then 3, 2, 1, Rock comes out.
Like I said, just have Rock come in.
Yeah.
Whoop the crap out of Cena, throw him out, and then Rock jumps out himself because he has no intention of winning the title.
Totally agree. I agree.
He just goes in there to make sure Cena is not getting a title shot.
Yeah. So there's Raw.
Did you like the one part where The Rock said you have to excuse my partner because he's not used to having people cheer for him that's already hit puberty?
Yes, it was good.
Funny.
The Rock was on fire. The Rock was hilarious.
That was funny.
But like you said, the Twitter mentions were too much.
Yeah.
Like you said, you take The Rock off that show.
It was horrible.
That show sucked.
Well, we already touched on it. 3-hour shows are just wasteless.
And we also touched on this.
We touched on a lot of things.
Yeah, we have.
What they should do, instead of doing the 3-hour shows, do the commercial-free shows.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I do.
I mean, you still have that 2-hour time frame, but you could still get more in.
And The Rock was in 2 segments, and the first one was so quick.
3 segments, if you want to be technical. The one him walked backstage,
in, but that was what 10
seconds. Foley, and then the last one.
I thought this Raw stunk, and if you like Troy said, you take Rock out. It's horrible.
For the final build-up show towards one of your big 4 pay-per-views, this did suck.
Did they even mention Survivor Series? Like, you know how normally they show like a preview of Survivor Series, like Del Rio versus CM Punk.
Yeah, they showed it.
Yeah, they had all of the combatants going against each other.
Yeah.
Before we get to this week in wrestling history to close the show, and then we'll let's go through this card. Let's just go through this card real quick. Do you have the Survivor Series card?
Yeah.
We can name it.
There's only 5 matches right now booked.
All right, so let's
go
through it. Okay. I'd say go through the entire card and say...
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the Divas match. That's one of the 5. Eve versus Beth Phoenix.
Sucks.
Who cares?
Horrible.
Eve versus Yeah.
You tell me
another
if this
match.
is, tell me if this is worth buying for what, $50, $60.
Yeah.
Go ahead, next.
Okay, that match. These are the only matches advertised. Team Morton versus Team Barrett.
That could be
That
good.
could be all right.
That could be okay.
Team Morton's probably going to go over in that.
I think it'll be
I don't
a
know.
good match.
Barrett might win. He's been on that Barrett.
That's true.
He's been on that Barrett
He hasn't lost
barrage
since he started doing
exactly.
that.
It would be cool.
Okay, the world title match, Henry and Big Show.
Henry and Big Show.
Already saw it.
I also told my buddy I'd love to see him they get a shot of the ring crew before the match actually putting up extra supports on
or
the
having
ring.
them sitting
call.
around the ring acting like they're waiting. Okay.
I'd like to see this if it was more in a cage or something. Have a little something
a stipulation,
different
a no
to it.
DQ match. I mean, they've been going at it for a while.
My buddy
Falls
actually
count anywhere that way they don't need the ring.
My buddy actually thinks Big Show might win this.
He's not.
I don't think he will
No
though.
way.
No.
Next is the WWE title, which is Del Rio versus CM Punk.
This is going to be a good match.
That's gonna be,
But unfortunately, there was hardly any build.
hardly any build up, and it's looking like Punk's going to win.
Yeah.
You think Punk might win this?
Well, like they say, you look strong on TV before the pay per view. You
That's
lose
not
on
always
pay-per-view.
always the case. Though.
Well, not always, but it happens a lot more
does
than it
happen
doesn't
a lot
happen.
more.
well,
And
honestly,
Del Rio
this
was
is
all
me
over
being
Punk.
this is me
on
being
Raw.
a super fan, and I know they would probably both be faces.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see CM Punk and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania.
Oh God!
I'm just throwing it out there. It's you and I
Yes.
both know it's not going to happen.
No, I mean he's the
will
SmackDown
happen.
guy.
That would be the match of the year.
Yep.
And it would definitely be the Shawn Michaels Undertaker kind of quality match.
Yep.
At
If you,
But it
WrestleMania.
just
you
wouldn't
give
have
those
the-
guys
Period.
no. You want to do CM Punk and Daniel Bryan? You do it in a 60-minute Iron Man match.
Yeah. It just wouldn't have an appeal. I mean, it's not like it wouldn't be like a phenomenon thing.
Yeah.
But to wrestling fans,
Well, yeah, to us, it would be awesome.
Like Troy said, if they gave those guys the time, not 15 minutes,
Yeah.
I'd say at least a half hour.
Yeah.
If you give those two guys a half hour, they would tear down the house.
Like the Shawn Michaels Jericho match at WrestleMania.
Or you put him in a submission match.
You could even have Punk leading up to that whole thing saying, this is the one guy that deserves the shot. I'm happy to fight you.
Yeah.
Have them both like faces.
Yeah.
And even have Punk shake his hand at the end.
And,
have Brian win.
and that,
Punk-
or have one of them turn heel at the end.
Yeah.
They shake hands, then one
And
of
then
them
he kicks him.
him in the guts or
Yeah.
whatever.
Probably Punk.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. You
Well,
never know. Daniel Bryan would
yeah.
be a good heel.
Punk's is probably going to go over there in this match.
Okay,
They need
I'd be
the
cool
title
with
on
that,
it.
but
Yeah.
I'd like to see a credible champion. So I kind of hope Del Rio wins,
I know.
but I love Punk. Punk's my favorite guy right now. So
Oh, yeah.
I don't
And
know.
then obviously the Cena and Rock versus Awesome Truth is the last
Not
match
even gonna-
advertised.
I am interested.
There's
The
really
only-
nothing you can do with that match. No. I mean,
Nothing
you can
special.
make your predictions.
I'm excited. I'm excited because I think it might be a really good tag match.
I'm just interested to see how much time The Rock spends in the ring.
I'm interested to see how
Hopefully a
long
lot.
they give the match. Period.
No.
I think if The Rock could come in and have one of his great
do you
matches.
think it'll go on last?
Oh, definitely.
It has to go on last, right?
Definitely.
Okay.
I'm with Troy almost. I think Rock and Cena are going to turn on each other. I don't know if they lose, but definitely at the end, it's going to go off the air with Rock and Cena
Oh yeah.
doing something.
Somebody-
Staring down or
Yeah. And you don't be shocked if Cena somehow does something to The Rock and that's how they go off the air.
Yeah.
Because Rock kind of gave him the you can't see me. Yep. You can see a Cena FU with a you can't see me to The Rock.
Yep. Or Cena doing the rock bottom to
Yeah,
him.
or that. Yeah. Well,
Because remember, that was like the big thing back then. Austin stealing the rock bottom. The
Yeah.
Rock stole the
Yeah.
stunner.
Yeah.
we're gonna be at
Now, just from that
Watching this,
rundown, leave comments in the comments section down below.
Would
or
you buy
emails.
this?
Would you spend $60 on this?
No, I wouldn't. We are gonna watch it, but
We
we're
are
not
going to
paying
watch
money.
it. We're going to B-dubs, though. We're
Yes.
getting good food, and we're watching this thing.
And like I said, if we're drunk and this show sucks, you're gonna have the best
no, if
outside
we're
the
drunk,
ring show.
the next show is going to be awesome.
awesome.
Like on Team Orton, why couldn't they just put Bryan on that instead of Mason Ryan?
Dude,
I just don't get that.
like I said,
They're trying to push
say what
Mason
you
Ryan, but
want.
he's not going anywhere.
I know.
Jonah Hill's going to be in way more segments next week on Raw
Yeah.
than any of the
Than Daniel
incredible
Bryan,
wrestlers.
than Daniel Bryan has been in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
This is what I think of Raw.
ridiculous.
Another one of those. All right. Okay, so we look forward to Survivor Series, hopefully.
A lot of crap last night.
This week in wrestling history, Troy Austin.
It was a tournament final. The Rock defeated Mankind to win the vacant WWF Championship. The Rock had Mankind in the sharpshooter, and Mr. McMahon called for the bell and screwed Mick Foley in a repeat to the finish of the Survivor Series
year later.
1997.
Yeah.
Wow. How classy.
McMahon and the corporation celebrated with the new quote-unquote corporate champion until Stone Cold Steve Austin returned and cleared the ring, hitting The Rock with the Stone Cold Stunner to end the show.
It was huge because Rock was so over as a face, and they turned him heel.
And this was in 1998, by the way. So.
Now, this is during the Attitude Era. This is when WWF was hot.
This is when it was taking off.
This was the
awesome.
first of many times they would recreate the Montreal Screwjob.
You say that they can't turn
because they did it with Rock and Foley.
Yes.
They did it with Punk and Taker. They did it with
Hogan and Rock.
And Rock.
The Montreal referee.
They tried doing it with Punk and Cena.
Yeah.
So. They've done it a couple millions of times.
Yeah. But like you said, if they can turn Rock, Steve Austin heel.
They could turn John Cena heel because Rock, right before this, was the People's Champ.
If they can successfully pull off the elusive double turn in one match, the WWE can do anything. They're just choosing not to.
I agree. Totally agree. And Rock sold plenty of merchandise when he was a heel.
Oh, God, yes.
You turn Cena heel, I guarantee more of the guys will start liking Cena, especially if he goes back to bashing some of the dudes. I mean...
Don't necessarily have him go back to his rapping gimmick.
No, I would prefer that.
Yeah.
I would prefer Cena to turn heel.
Just a more stern gimmick.
And Cena would go, you know what? Screw the corporation. This is what I do. And start rapping. And even bashing The Rock, he would get probably some laughs.
I don't think he'll go back to rapping, though.
No. He won't, unfortunately. But I think that was 98.
That was this week in wrestling history, 1998.
The Deadly Game Tournament.
Ooh.
Yep.
So we're closing the show. Let's go out to some Cactus Jack, huh? There we go. Some
Come
Cactus
in with
Jack.
Mick Foley, leave with Mick Foley again.
Since Rock basically bashed him on
face,
Raw.
Mick Foley.
Yeah, the second face of Mick Foley.
He rock bottomed him on Raw.
We should have brought the third face, Dude Love, in somewhere.
You know, yeah. He had a horrible segment with Cena, so we got to show some love.
Wes is over here trying to do the Dude Love dance.
Oh, my God.
Dude Love jive.
We took a poll before the show, ladies and gentlemen. No Dude Love on this show tonight. He's trending right now on Twitter.
Trending worldwide.
We hope to trend worldwide one day
Dog
on Twitter.
turds are trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
Who cares about Twitter?
We do.
No, we
got
do.
A Twitter account.
Who cares about WWE's Twitter?
Yeah. Outside the Ring #1 on Twitter, YouTube. Outside the Ring #1, Facebook. Outside the Ring. Email Troy Austin. What is it?
Outside the Ring 316@gmail.com.
No show.
Again, another shout out to Mark, our first email.
Big ups and our subscribers.
Oh, what up, Mark?
And also rockin' Richie Rich in Cleveland, making us all these cool logos. We will be back with a Christmas logo, hopefully. That's really all the time we have for tonight. It's a good show. Hopefully Survivor Series is good.
Well,
we will be there.
This was a good show.
This
Last
was a good
night
show.
was not a good show.
Raw sucked. Yeah. Survivor Series.
We did have to break out the first censorship in this episode.
Yes, at like 15:25.
Yes.
Big ups to me on that one. Thank you.
All right, so we had to make sure that button worked.
It worked. What else? We are going to watch Survivor Series. So again, this Sunday, probably Monday afternoon, we will be live. Okay, we will not be live. We're not going to be live. We will be doing a show Sunday night. Probably recording at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. It will be live on YouTube probably by Monday. No show next Tuesday. Enjoy the Survivor Series. Enjoy our show after. For Troy, Stone Cold Austin.
Glass shatter.
There you go. For our stat guy and Twitter lover, stat man himself, Wes
Funkman
Burden.
Yes, sir.
I am the one, the only. Jason. Murphy! I gotta poop. Murphy.
Poop is trending now.
This is Outside the Ring, and as always, see you next week outside of the ring.
Deuces.
Have a nice day.